thank you for your patience. Sorry we're 5-10 minutes late, and welcome to Newcastle ahead of tomorrow's fixture against France. And Anton, we'll begin with you if that's okay.
Hi Sarina. Hi Leah.
Hi.
Nice to see you both.
Hello.
Sarina, we saw all 26 players head out for training today. Is everyone fit? Is everyone available for selection tomorrow?
No, not everyone's available for selection. LJ didn't make, Lauren James didn't make it, so she's not selected for tomorrow. Jess Nas will be added to the group.
What's the problem and how serious is it?
Yeah, she already had some foot problems at club, so she came in, and we hoped that we could build her to tomorrow, but it's just too early. So unfortunately, she can't stay with us.
Does that mean she's out for the fixture in France as well?
Yeah. She's going to get prepared for July window.
And how much of a disappointment is that considering the season that Lauren's had?
Yeah, of course it's a disappointment. And we did everything, she did everything. It's just too early now, and it's not good enough. And you have to be really top fit to get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, and for her and for the team it's unfortunate. For Jess, she's ready. She's shown good stuff this week in training and with club. So, yeah, we have to move on.
You say everybody needs to be fit. Everyone needs to be in form and at their best physically, don't they? Because it's going to be a difficult game tomorrow. Yes,
of course, it's going to be a difficult game. It's a very good opponent. It's the first time that we play them in the situation that I'm the coach here with England. So I'm actually really excited about it because I think it's going to be a very competitive and hard game for them and for us.
Leah, obviously, look, we've talked a lot about this week about potentially you being back alongside Millie Bright. Is that something that potentially, if you selected together, is quite exciting?
Yeah, it's been a nice week. It's the first time that obviously me and Millie have been back in the squad together for a long time. So it's been nice in that regard, and I think we've got a really strong unit. I mentioned it about coming back into the squad, about how well they performed and how they'd raised the levels. So it's good to all be back, obviously missing a couple. But yeah, good to be back fighting, and it's a competitive unit to try and get into.
Yeah, England are stacked at centre-back, aren't they? Obviously, we can go through the list, but obviously they know the players. It's going to be a battle to maintain that place for a starting 11, specifically in that position, going forward all the way through to next summer, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have, for sure. But it's why I like the environment here in the position that I play, because, like I say, it is so competitive, and I look forward to the challenge, I think, as everybody does.
What kind of game are you expecting tomorrow night, Leah?
A fast-paced game. I think both teams have pace in them, which always creates a good dynamic. And to be honest, this is the first time in a long time we've played them, and under Sarina, so I don't know, to be honest. But we're ready for everything. We think we know what they're going to do. We're ready for that, and hopefully our game has gone up a level since the last international window as well.
I see the smile on your face when you're talking about not knowing and about you're up for this. You feel like you're really up for the kind of a new challenge.
Yeah, sometimes you get to a camp at the end of a season and you can feel that everybody's ready to go on holiday. I don't feel that this week. I feel like everybody knows, obviously, the magnitude of these two games, regardless of the opponent, and it's a competitive fixture, which is what we've always said we love playing in. So, yeah, it's an exciting day tomorrow.
After a long season, though, you almost could be due with a holiday, surely, after so many months of non-stop football.
Yeah, and I think we're off the back of 2 years of really intense football as well. But I think that's been nice this week. We were talking about it earlier, that it feels everybody's focused, which is good. Nobody's run out of steam yet, so that's what we need.
Thank you both.
Hi Sarina, you haven't had the option of playing Millie Bright and Leah together for a very long time. So, as a coach, how pleasing is it for you to sort of have that competition for places and those choices to have to make?
Yeah, of course, that's really good. It's really nice. It says something about the quality in this team. I think it's hard. There's competition on every position. And also what you're talking about now in the centre backs, but there's even before Millie came back in, was competition going on. And that's what you want, because that will thrive the team to the next level. And I hope to have I hope that I have to make a lot of hard decisions.
We touched on it a bit, just the relentless nature of the women's football calendar. Lucy and Kira obviously played in the Champions League final. Alicia Russo just got off a plane from Australia recently. Do you sense any fatigue in the camp, and are those players fit and available for selection?
Yeah, they are fit and available. Yeah, we know we've been talking about the calendar a lot, but we also know this is it. These are the dates. Then we have to perform and we have to deliver, and we also have a job to do. So we're just focusing on this Friday first. We knew what was ahead of us all the time, and we just have we have a plan. We had a plan in periodization in football and physical, and also if we need to make some adaptations for players and modify a bit, then we will do, because we want to have them fit for Friday. But our training sessions have been really good, really fresh, and everyone's very excited for the game tomorrow.
You've got Aggie Beaver-Jones in the squad. Millie Bright recently spoke very highly of her. She's a hugely talented young player. Is she ready to be thrown into a game of this magnitude?
Well, she hasn't done that yet. At some point she will be ready. I think she has shown at Chelsea that she's ready. She's really focused. She wants to learn every day. She shows up on training. What I just said, everyone needs to deliver. So that's what she does too. And I think it's good that she's already had some very great opportunities at Chelsea too to play in big games.
And just finally, Leah, it feels like it's getting to crunch time in this group. How significant is this doubleheader against France in terms of your hopes of qualifying automatically?
Yeah, obviously we picked up a draw and a win in the last camp, so there's dropped points there. And against another top opposition, we have a very hard group. And I think tomorrow is, obviously the first of two fixtures, which are important because, well, naturally there's only two more left. So we want to make the steps forward in qualifying as soon as possible. It's what everybody wants to do, and I think that's why I'm so excited about tomorrow, because there's so much at stake. And against a team, we're a good team, they're a good team. It should be a good game, but it's very important for us we have a job to do. That's what we've been speaking about the whole week. We know what job we have to do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Go to Dan. Thank you.
Hi both. Just a question for Sarina, please. Obviously, Newcastle United, first time for you up here. They're doing a great job in backing their women's team and trying to grow the game. How impressed have you been with what they've done, and how much are you looking forward to playing at St James's Park?
Yeah, it's very nice to be in this area again. We've been here twice now. We played at Sunderland, now we play Newcastle. I've never been in that stadium before. I hear all the time, it's an incredible stadium. It's almost sold out, so that's going to be very great too. And the fans show up and support us again. Of course, I have heard some things about the women's team, that a lot of fans, when they had to play, or when they did play in the stadium, a lot of fans showed up. So that's just really nice. And of course, we all hope that in every place of England, but in every place of the world, we want to grow the game, and you want to go to the next level and people enjoy it.
Just in terms of France, how have you seen them kind of develop under their new management? Obviously, in the Euros, they were a strong contender, but obviously there's been a few changes behind the scenes. But how have you seen that team develop from the side that competed strongly at the Euros? Yeah,
I think they've always been really good. We haven't analyzed them really well at the Euros because we were not playing them. But we've been following them all the time, of course. I think France have always been very good, so very good players, very athletic, also pace. They want to have the ball. It's also, of course, the reflection of Paris Saint-Germain and Olympique Lyon. They have some little tweaks in their style of play too, but we know they want to have the ball just like we do, and they want to go forward. And they don't scare when they're on the highest pressure to go a little more direct either.
Hi both. Just one for Sarina first. You were talking there about playing at St James's Park for the first time. You seem to be playing up north a lot more now. I remember speaking to you when you first joined back in 2021, and you were talking about getting to know England a bit better. Do you feel like you know the north of England better now?
Well, I know a little bit, but I think my family knows a lot better because they take some time off here and go around. But we have the games, and then we go back to where we have to play the next game. Well, I know a lot more, but I'd hope to know a little bit more. So at some point, I need to go get a holiday here and just travel around. That I get a real expert here in this area too.
Getting used to the accents a little bit more as well.
Well, yeah, I think I do, absolutely.
Just one for Leah. We just heard from Hervé Renard, and he said that you guys were favourites given your European champions, World Cup finalists. Would you agree with that?
I think if you go off paper, then obviously we are the reigning champions of this tournament. I just think it's easy to forget that we're still in qualifying. So a lot's changed. I think France have always been a top team, despite having not won. They were always tipped as favourites in many of their games as well. So I see it fairly even, to be honest. But if we have to take that, then we take that label. That's not, that's been a consistent for us now. We knew that winning would put a target on our back always, but it's not a bad place to be.
Good answer. Thank you.
Hi both, nice to see you. Leah, could I just ask you, from a defender's point of view, what you make of that France front three, potentially Diani, Katoto, Cascarino, could be others, but how strong do you think they are? Maybe from a centre-back point of view, just what are their threats that you most need to deal with?
Yeah, I think obviously amazing individual players. They've all achieved a lot in their own right, come together. They're obviously very pacey. With a strong number 9. So, like I say, I relish the challenge, but obviously they're top players. We need to be at our best. But yeah, I think they've got a lot of quality, and I think that's what they're sort of known for, I suppose, as a team, and having those threats. So we need to be on it tomorrow.
Thank you. And another question that sort of applies from a centre-back's point of view. I'm wondering what you've made of Aggie Beaver-Jones since she's come in, just coming up against her in training, maybe like how she's got on and how impressed you've been with her.
Firstly, she's a great girl. I've loved spending time with her around the team. She's confident. I like that about her. She's very humble and she's respectful, but she's confident, and I think she knows. Well, I hope she knows she deserves the place that she has here. I was joking today. Her style of play, she's not scared to leave one in on you, which is good. I think for a young player coming in. But she's got quality, and she looks at home. I think already within the training sessions, she's growing with each one. So if I compare it to like when I came in as a youngster, I think she's a little bit further ahead in terms of how she's fit in. So I think she's been a great addition.
Thank you so much. And Sarina, could I ask you a bit more about the players that have come in on standby? And obviously now you just said that Jess will come up. Like how have you found they've got on? Have you seen things that you've liked the look of and been impressed with?
Yeah, I think with a little bigger group, of course, this has to do with this window and then in July. And they've done well. Of course, I knew them, but not in our environment at club and with the under-23s. What I said to them the beginning of the week, you're here now, you probably look up to some players, but now it's your job to challenge them and try to get from a standby play to get into the squad. And just go out there and be equal and play and also enjoy it. And that's exactly what they did. So they're like a sponge. They really want to take everything in them and learn quick. I think it also helps that they are from the under-23s and we work similar. So it's not all Neil, how we work and how we coach, what we say. And I've seen good things from all of them on the pitch, and that's just really nice to see. And of course, it helps. Of course, there's very good players around them and things to grow, but it's a very good start.
Just lastly, please, could I take you back to something that Katie asked about? I know you said that Alessia Risso was fit and ready to go there. I just wondered, did you have a conversation with Jonas Edevala before she went to Melbourne, and how did you feel about the trip that she had to make so far, before this game, when we've spoken so much about player fatigue and other things? We spoke about this earlier, of course. It was not a very lucky moment or a very good planned moment, I think, right before the international window.
But it was the situation we had to deal with, and then you make the best out of it. And I think club did, we did, but most of all, Alessia did, and did everything that she could adapt the travel, the time difference, and come back as fit as possible. And yeah, she got support in that. She was looking for that too. So I think she did a great job coming in a good place.
Thank you, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. We'll go to the back of the room. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina, when Leah and Millie weren't available to you, you were able to replace them with very good players. But what did you miss in their absence?
Yes, exactly what you say. We are in a good situation that we have many players that can play as centre backs. I would not. When you miss a very good player, of course you miss something. And we know with Millie, lots of leadership. I think in this team, we have many players that lead really well and are absolute great team players. So there's not just one, so it's shared responsibility. But the more you have in it, the better it goes and the more it gets into the team. So that really helps. And of course, there's difference in qualities and super strengths. And yeah, we can make decisions in that then.
And Leah, if you and Millie are selected together again, how quickly do you think you'll be able to slip back into the rhythm of that partnership, or will it take time to build the relationship up again?
I think when the way that we play here, it's fairly easy, you know, in terms of, and we've had quite a lot of rotation, I think, at different times. I've played different positions under Sarina as well, I think because of the way that we play and what we know we want to get out of it. And I think because of the quality that we have in the team, we're afforded the luxury of keeping that style of play for most games. You know, we tweak things instead of make changes. So I think it's easy for anyone to, or easier maybe than other places, to step into a role. And whoever you're playing with, I think there's a fairly good understanding between people. So yeah, I'd hope that anybody stepping into any position, to be honest, would cope well, just because of the information that we're afforded and the way that we've played for a consistent period of time now.
Thank you. We'll end it there if there are no more questions. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.